Alright, hello everyone and welcome to this how-to video. First off, I beg for your forgiveness for the fan noise, but I've got a little soldering filtering fan here to suck up and clean all the smoke out. Sometimes I don't use it. If I'm in a hurry and doing just one quick little thing, I'll just make sure to exhale as I go. But today I got lots to do, so I'm gonna filter all that smoke out and make sure I don't breathe it. So first off, we have here, I've got my little ruler to give you some information, and I've got the level 2 Learn to Solder mini badge here to work on today. Each of the mini badges is about 20 millimeters square, and if you've gotten to this point, you've already gotten lots of experience on through-hole soldering. And so now we're going to do our surface mount soldering. Okay? So first off, I'm going to show you that over here is the 1206 sized pad and the 80805 pad. Okay? And you'll notice they're fairly close to each other. So sometimes you can use them interchangeably. This is designed with a 1206, which is further apart, but with larger contact areas, so it could work for either, okay? So today, I'm gonna do a green LED with a 100 ohm resistor to mellow it out just a little bit. Different colors need different resistors, and the more resistance it has, the more dim the light will shine, okay? So first off, we're gonna take our handy dandy soldering iron. Today here I'm using a pine sol with my little pine sol light, and I'm gonna tin up the tip real quick with a little bit of solder, like so, and dab that through my steel wool or brass brush or whatever sponge type thing you got. You just want to spread fresh solder all over so the tip is nice and shiny and clean, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to preload one side of each of these pads, okay? So I'm going to touch the pad for a moment, give it a little bit of solder, and wait for the solder to be absorbed by the pad. There we go. All right. Clean my tip often. Alright, so now that I've got one side, I don't want both sides because I can only heat one side at a time, right? So now I'm going to start with the resistor, and I've got here a multi-pack that tells me what value it is, so that's nice. I flip it over here. Now you got to be careful with these tiny components because they love to fling far away from you, okay? So if you're ever doing a project on your own, it might be good to grab extra parts just in case you lose some. The kits are probably only going to contain exactly what you need, but there will be extras at the station for that eventuality. Okay, so I got the resistor. Got here a bunch of 1206 jade green LEDs. Also the 1206 size. And peeling it back, dump it out. All right, we got our LED. And we're gonna flip this over. We'll put it right next to the pad with the solder on it, okay? Now, one thing, I don't know how well you can see it here, I'll hold it up to the camera. LEDs have a little symbol on the back of them. In this case, it's a T, sometimes it's an arrow. Either way, it's pointing in a particular direction. A diode, by definition, only allows electricity to flow in one direction. So if you wire this backwards, nothing will happen. So that's okay, you won't fry it or anything. You'll just have to spin it back around. All right, now that is always going to point to the cathode side, which means negative, okay? And you'll see here on the board that the square hole is ground, okay? So see how we're getting some ground here? And so the resistor is headed towards ground. This is the ground side. So I want the little symbol on here to point towards the ground, towards the negative side, all right? So I'm gonna take this here. See how I want it to be pointing that direction, right? And then I'll just flip it over. And it'll be ready to solder in, okay? Now if I place it right next to it, all I should have to do is touch that component and touch that blob of solder, and the surface tension will just kind of suck it up into it, okay? So here we go. My pine still went to sleep on me from all my chatting. Tweezers are invaluable when doing this because these are really small pieces. And you can hold it still while you remove your soldering iron. Now that joint's looking a little cold. Okay. That's not as far back as I would like it. Want a little room on the other pad there. Alright, now we just get solder. With surface mount stuff, the finer pieces of solder are better. See how tiny this stuff is? Let me look at it real quick. It's half a millimeter, 0.5 millimeters thick. Okay, so if you use this big thick stuff, you're going to end up with some extra that you have to remove, right? Whereas I'm going to use this tiny stuff instead. And there will be some in your kit or at the station. It's not quite incorporating as I want. Just going to hold it on there a minute. I see some of the flux flowing. That's good. Okay. Spin this back around. There we go. So now we got our components on. We can put that on the pins on our level 1 board and see if it works. Thanks for joining me. Alright folks, welcome back. I've got here my level 1 board all done up, and I've got a little through-hole LED here that lights up. So if I put something over it, the light will shine through. We've now soldered up a level 2 board, and we've got here our header pieces, and we've got a couple of these little 2 pins to put in each corner. So I'll just go ahead and put those in there. Using a board helps to make sure those are lined up straight. Got all our pins in there, so we just need to solder up the pins to the board. So I'm going to hold it on that pin because that pin's going to be the slowest thing to heat up, right? There we go, it's grabbing the pin. So now it's flowed down to the pad, and that's what we want. So I'm going to go over here now, touch that pin, put the solder on the opposite side, and wait for the pin to get hot enough to accept it. Again, apologize for the fan noise here. There we go, it's starting to accept it. Give it a little more till it fills the pad and sinks down in. Beautimas. Okay. It's one thing about these delicate components, they like to slide around on you if you give it too much pressure. It'll heat up on the iron, but this pin is not yet hot enough. Come on, pin. Get hot. There we go. Boof. It resists, and then suddenly, like magic, just drinks it up. There we go. Couple more here. Getting lots of practice on our through hole stuff. Now the surface mount stuff you're not going to need very often, but it certainly provides us a challenge, doesn't it? Principles are all the same. Get the thing you want hot enough, and then touch the solder to it. Now you saw how I fed that solder into it? By having this really thin 1/2 millimeter solder, I get to add just what I need as I need it. Whereas if I had a thicker one, I'd have to be a lot gentler with how much solder I give it, or I'd end up with too much, okay? So, now that we've got all our pins soldered on, we can plug it into USB power, and hopefully we'll get a light show. Ta-da! So this is the jade green LED with a 100 ohm resistor, and being an indicator LED, you know, it's kind of, it glares a little bit at you, right? So you might want to try a higher resistor if you don't like that glare too much. And this one's so bright you can't hardly see the yellow glowing through it. So if you want other colors and brightnesses, I'll have a little chart available for those who are at a live event and have some choice. Thanks.